I came into the gym 2018 from a commercial gym by accident because my PT moved to this gym. And so I did a couple of sessions with her twice a week, half-an-hour sessions, and then she left. And I really liked this gym, so I inquired, and Chris came along and took me under his wing, and I had 2 hourly sessions with him twice a week. So that would be from 2018 to 2020. 2020, I came to it that I had a problem with addiction with alcohol, so I went into treatment for a month in June 2020. All the gyms closed, so when I came out, we did a few Zooms, didn't we, online?
Yeah.
So I maintained a few of them and then came back. I had a few relapses, which wasn't ideal, but I think I came back on day 11 of my sobriety, and Chris helped me through all of that, not just with the gym, but with everything else going on outside. It was fantastic. And then when he broke the news to me a couple of years later that he was moving, I was like, oh. Anyway, Brandon came along, and he was fantastic. He helped me massively, and continued on with 2 hour sessions on a Tuesday and a Thursday with my nutrition. My weight, I didn't worry about my nutrition to start with as such. As Mike was talking about earlier, I just got my sessions in, my water intake, my steps, and then everything else followed. I think the more I learned about nutrition with him, the more better I felt with. I had lots of sweet cravings when coming off the alcohol, so we had to work around that. Hasn't been easy. I still have these cravings. I still eat far too much sometimes, but I don't beat myself up about it, do I, too much now?
No, not too much. I mean, I think maybe a little bit that I don't hear, but
Yeah.
I've got people everywhere telling me, maybe just at home.
So I need the accountability today. So that's why I come and see Mike once a month, and we do a weigh-in and we go over what I've eaten, and if we make any changes, we do. My husband joined, Mark's been here nearly a year?
Yeah.
Which has helped. There's 2 of us doing it together.
Oh.
He's also an alcoholic in recovery, so it's helped him massively coming to this club. The understanding of it all has been brilliant. I've been on medication for my mental health. I've come down that. I'm only on 25 milligrams now. I was on 200. So I walk dogs because I'm feeling so good. I get my steps up. I'm averaging about
300,000 a day.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But then in return of that, I get hungry. So we have to work my snacks around that, and I'm a snacker. By all means, after being here 7 or 8 years, I find it easier, but I still have to put the work in.
Yeah.
And it's me that has to do it, not Mike or anybody else. I have to make the choice. I choose what I put in my mouth. Nutrition's my biggest failure, I'd say. The gym I love. I come here 5 times a week.
Yeah. But even that with the gym, you were saying probably just at the start of the year that you were struggling a little bit with that.
Yeah, I was, yeah. I was like Macaulay. I came in one day this year, the first time in 8 years. I got in the car park and drove home again. So I smiled when you said that.
Yeah.
But I went for a walk instead last week when it was peeing with rain. I went and walked up Canal Hill. Why? Because I know it makes me feel better. Eating food that's good for me in return makes me feel $1 million. There's no 2 ways about it. You eat shit, you feel shit. But I still have occasions. We love our weekends away. We love our food. So I still eat out.
I think the biggest thing is because you guys like to frequent Gleneagles
Yep.
quite a bit, or
Yep.
Gloagburn and some
Yep.
nice places, which is good to see. And that for me is just the perfect example of like the lifestyle of like say you just turn up, you've enjoyed the gym, you're getting a better understanding about your nutrition that allows you, and we've generally programmed in when you've been going away, haven't we? I think you were
Yep.
away, were you down at your sister's? Did she have
I went down to my sister's in September when she had the baby.
And generally the scope is do what you want, right?
I chilled out for that week.
Yeah.
Came back and actually didn't put on any weight.
Yeah. And there's probably times in the past year where we have just had that. It's like, look, that's a time to enjoy. And don't try not to track, actually. I don't want you to track. And then I talked about earlier there that I don't think I said your name at the time, but you'd put on a little bit of weight over Christmas.
Yep.
And guess what? Who doesn't? You know, it's kind of normal.
I was expecting to.
Yeah, and expecting to. So the kind of the acceptance that, well, things have changed because I've been eating more, I've been exercising less. That is the outcome. But I think as soon as we can kind of accept that, then it makes it a lot easier to know why we're doing these things as well, and the benefits of it. But the biggest thing is that year on year, if I was to get Martina's body stats up, obviously the biggest wins are what it's done for your mental health. But understanding and appreciating the byproduct of that has been the gym. Not necessarily this gym, it has been on this occasion, but just going to a gym or going out and getting your steps. And the byproduct has then been seeing the change in you and how you look. And Martina is one of the strongest women that I've ever seen. And I don't know how she keeps getting stronger, because she only lifts 50% of what she can lift. I think when we have that session every month, we go through a quick session together.
That's what's very helpful, yeah.
And like yesterday, we were doing like 12 kilo dumbbell Bulgarian split squats, and then we actually got to 20.
Yeah, came away doing 20. So that's me
away
for this
doing
month.
20.
I've got to stick
So
at
that's
that.
it.
So it keeps me on my toes.
But it's also what I'll say to Martina every time we have those sessions and we capture these things, is like, it goes to show that you're getting results without lifting these maximal weights, which means it's not just about the gym, it's about everything else that's here included as well. So that's awesome. And for yourself, you touched on like alcoholism and stuff like that. You shared the picture on your social media a while back. I mean, that must be a huge thing to be able to see.
Yeah,
Even the physical change,
yep.
as well as the mental change as well. And Mark, who I train Mark twice a week. So it's like Mark, I think he's trying to get Mark to come here for like
7 years it took me to get him. Yeah.
And he's also going through the exact same thing. We started with him in January, got a handle on his nutrition. But one thing I would say about Martina and Mark, I don't know if it's because they're in the same house or if they're just very much the same people, but the OCD about the numbers being spot on. You know, I was saying earlier about the middle ground, and that's great. I love that. See, as a coach, I'm like, I don't even need to check. These guys are hitting their protein target. They're doing it all. So what we then work on is a lot more on, when we're doing the check-ins, what does the data mean? Because you guys are quite data-driven from that. So it's like,
Weigh every day.
yeah, what does that mean? Why has this happened here? Zoom back out. And again, this year, you're up a few pounds on the last few weeks, but down like 6, 7 or 8 pounds on this time last year. And as soon as somebody just walk away from that and go, all right, it's not so bad. And all of a sudden, more motivated and onto a new program as well.
Yeah, and we had a good time too. It's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah, you're having a lot of good times.
So on your